Hi, I'm the Moorlander and this is Moorlander EDC. Now, a while back, my good friend Jacob from JS Designs got in touch and asked if I'd like to have a look at some of his newer bags. I'm a massive fan of JS Designs. I think what he's doing is, on a global level, really impressive gear, amazing products. And I said, yes, I'd love to help to support the good work that he does. And he sent me 3 bags. Now what we're going to do is, we're going to do this as a 3-part, because I feel that each of these bags needs its own piece of content each. These are the 3 bags. The first one that we're going to have a look at today is the smartphone pouch. Now, as we usually do, we'll go through some measurements, some materials, and then we'll have a look around the features of the smartphone pouch. Now, as far as your measurements are concerned, it comes in at roughly 4 inches by 7.5 inches by roughly an inch or so deep. I'll put the metric ones down here as well. Materials wise, everything that you'll find on JS Design bags and pouches is always top level. On the front here, the vast majority of the outside of this is made from an X-Pack material. All of the zips on here are YKK zips. You also have some Hyperlon here where you can see, hopefully you can see there, you can see the JS Designs logo. You have fidlocks, so if you want to get quick access or you need to be able to take this off quickly, you can do. This belt can be completely removed if you want to take this off. You have these, I call them thumb destroyers, mainly because it hurts my thumbs every time I try and take these off. Also really nice. And the pulls on here, so these are JS Design branded pulls, which I think are really nice too. The inner lining of this is beautiful. I will say it's beautiful. I think there's been a bit of a mix-up. A lot of companies trying to make lots of different 210 style lining, and there's a lot of different types that have come out here. This is one of the nicest, so I'm keeping this as a bit of a surprise for now until we have a look on the inside, so you can see more from that. Now, as far as the features are concerned, we'll have a look around the outside, but as you can see, it's a reasonably small pouch that is specifically designed for your mobile phone. If you're out, you're doing city breaks. I have had these a while now, so I've been able to test these thoroughly. I've done quite a few city breaks, I've done quite a bit of commuting with these. These are especially useful on city breaks where you just want to go out with a minimal carry, mainly your mobile phone and maybe a few other items as well. So on the sides are very plain. There's no sort of lashing points or clips on the sides. It's all really nice. Similar to the bottom here, there are no eyelets or anything like that you can attach things. On the front, right here at the bottom, we have a hook and loop morale patch section so that you can put your favourite morale patches on there. As it's November, I'm sporting my Arctis Movember patch in support of men's mental health, which I think is a good cause. Moving up from here, this is where you do have a couple of loops. So if you have something that you want to be able to pass through here, then you can do. And maybe if you want a flashlight or something, if you're out and you need something at quick access to that. Or if you've got some keys that you want to clip on here as well, you can do that as well. And then you have this panel here, which is more of the X-Pack material. Now, if you're new to X-Pack material, X-Pack is it's a very advanced material that was originally designed for sailcloths for sailing ships in like the Olympics and stuff like that. So it's very tough, it's a very high abrasion resistance and also things from like tearing as well. Due to the nature of what it was originally designed for, it also does have some hydrostatic qualities as well. So if you have stuff in here, water will brush off it. It's not 100, or at least this bag isn't 100% waterproof, mainly because it doesn't have taped seams, it doesn't use AquaGuard zips. However, on days out, if you're in a light rain, it will make sure that you've got enough time to be able to get to somewhere to get out of the rain. Due to the size of this, which we will have a look at, this does fit really nice underneath a shirt or a jacket. So if it is that it's raining, having this underneath a shirt certainly will help. Now on the front, you may see that there's a seam here, and there's also a seam here at the top. This seam here is a pocket which will easily fit a small minimal style wallet, so I can put my Travax Armoured Summit in there and it fits in perfectly. So if you're out maybe Christmas shopping, whatever it is that you're doing, you want to have quick access to your wallet, you can get it directly from here. The beauty of this really does come in for city breaks and commuting. I talk about this a lot. The issues that we're having in modern cities around pickpockets. Having something that's on this, it's close to you, you know, you've got this round your neck, it's always there, it's always close. It's not the usual place that a pickpocket would go to try and take your wallet, so super useful. Take that out for a second. But there is a second one up here as well. Now this one is a lot smaller and a lot more slimline. The main reason for that one is this one is Moorlander EDC business card. How did that get in there? This is super useful for commutes. If you have an Oyster card, or if you have a travel card or a transit card, whatever it is that you're using, this is perfect for that. It's great just to put a single card, maybe 2 or 3 cards in there. I know I say single, but you can fit more than 1 card in there. And then you can have that so that you're on your daily commute, you tap to get on the train, you get off the train, you tap so that you can make sure that you've recorded where you've got to. Super useful. Now before we have a look on the inside, I'm just going to turn this over onto the back here. Hopefully you'll be able to see that we do have, if I pull this out, there is a ladder system here on the back, and you also have a pass-through which will pull all the way up through the top. Now if you want to take this off, of course you can do, and you can just have that so that it's not there, but if you want to, you can leave this on here, so if you do have any other packs that have maybe some MOL attachments on the side with some PALS webbing, then you can attach this to those to add to the versatility of this. Although this, I'm using it in this configuration with a strap so that I can use it and, you know, carry it like a small bag. They do JS Designs refer to this as a pouch, so the ability to be able to attach this to something else makes perfect sense. Okay, so opening this up, now when it opens, it's not a full clamshell, which I think it doesn't need to be a full clamshell. Here on the side you'll be able to see where the zip comes down. It's not, well, it's roughly 50-50, I'd say. Let's say it's 7/16 of the way down, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, so that opens up and you get instant access to whatever you have in here. Now I'm just going to take these out for a second. Is this pocket open? No, it isn't, damn it, I have to put it between my legs. The inside of this, I haven't seen this mocha style lining before, but it is gorgeous. It catches the light, so it is a ripstop material, so hopefully you'll be able to see if I can get this to catch the light just right. But where that ripstop line that goes through it catches the light, and it changes from a light mocha to a dark deep mocha and looks awesome. I've seen some really nice liners. Recently, one of the Lockby ones that I've had a look at, they have a golden honeycomb lining. I think this might be my favourite now though. It is really nice. But as I was saying, before we got onto me gushing over lining, this is where you can store your mobile phone. So I have this is a Pixel, the Google Pixel 8, fits in there without any issues whatsoever. In fact, there's maybe even an inch or so when it gets to the top. What I also have in here, which is useful for city breaks, is I also have a slimline charger. This is the Summit 10,000 from Nightcore. I've made some content, I'll leave a link to that wherever it goes here if you'd like. And it fits in front, so that means that if I am doing city breaks and I need to use the GPS to be able to find things whilst walking around the city, then I have the ability to be able to charge it. The one thing that I didn't put back in, because I was messing around with some of the setup close-ups on some of these, is just a charging cable. So what you can do is, if you have, you know, you can get those short charging cables that are they're only maybe, say, I don't know, 200 millimeters long. They're not particularly long, and then you can fold that in half and still have plenty of room to be able to pass it down the side. Super useful. And when you're out and about, it fits perfectly with everything that you need. It is a mobile phone or a smartphone pouch. One of the things that you might not necessarily be able to fit in here is something like your car keys. So with this one, just keep in mind that it's the perfect size for just those essentials. If you have a key, you're probably going to need to keep your key in your pocket or clip it to this section here on the front rather than being able to put it inside. But as I mentioned, when it's on, it's great. Generally, how I've been wearing it is directly underneath my armpit here, mainly because if you're out walking, situational awareness is the most important thing whilst doing city breaks. If you find that people are getting too close to you, there's probably a reason why they're trying to get too close to you. That's how pickpockets work. So having it here underneath my arm is perfect. I can always tap it, I know that it's there. But if you wanted to, you can have it here on the front. When Mrs. Moorlander and I were recently in Amsterdam, I had it on the front with my mobile phone in it. And it was giving me directions from my phone. So we're walking around and it's saying turn left at the Nordstrasse. I don't think that's Amsterdam, was it? But you know what I mean. And then there's people walking around wondering why there's AI talking to me whilst I'm walking around. But super useful for that. So yes, this is the smartphone pouch from JS Designs. Now I do want to say a huge thank you to Jacob for sending this to me. Full disclosure, this was sent to me to make some content on. I have a great relationship with JS Designs, like I do with a lot of manufacturers that I work with, and I certainly haven't been paid to review this positively. I just love these small pouches. These small pouches, especially smaller ones like this that are just for your essentials, on city breaks, for commuting, all of that sort of stuff are worth their weight in gold. One of the things that I tend to mention a little bit as well with these is the beauty of how you can wear this whilst driving. If you're in a part of the world where certainly there are struggles and worries about carjacking, that sort of stuff, being able to have this on, you drive somewhere, you can then get out of your car without this affecting your seatbelt, is another huge advantage. But anyway, I got off on a little sidetrack on that one. So yes, a huge thank you to JS Designs. Of course, I'll leave their links below so that you can see more from them. I'll also leave some of my social media links here. Whether you're watching on YouTube or Rumble, as always, stay safe, stay Moorlander, and stay EDC. Put that back in there. Are we on silent? We are on silent. We are recording. I've now got a pocket full of random crap. It's the perfect size for your mobile phone. The only thing is with this, now, fluff that last bit, but hopefully it made sense. It's like the dark ages out here today. We are super overcast. There's crows over there cawing. There's a few other little Tweety birds around, but it's like I've gone back 6 centuries. When was the Dark Age? I can't remember what the Dark Age was, but let's say 6 centuries for now. That'll do. No, I think this is coming out on Wednesday. I hope you're all having a good Wednesday. I'm trying to work out when these are going. I'm going to try and see if I can get these 3 bags out back to back, or after each other, not at the same time. So yeah, cool. See you in a bit.